Hello again, my faithful viewers, Chris from Chris Country. Decided I'm going to do a short little video blog for you today. In case you haven't figured out by the title up there, I decided to do a short one on the loss of the 19 firefighters out of Prescott, Arizona, that were killed back on the 30th fighting the Yarnell fire, if I'm pronouncing that correct. I've only really dealt up close, well, about the closest I can say. I've been affected by one wildfire, kind of indirectly. Like I was saying in my blog about the Waldo Canyon fire, I wound up having to evacuate. I decided to evacuate voluntarily only because where I was working at Walmart at the time, Walmart itself was under the mandatory evac zone. I'm like, well, that's a good time to get out before, just in case. I'd rather get out early rather than try and get out if we did have to go under mandatory and everybody else was fleeing at the same time. But anyway, I've only, like I said, really dealt that close with the wildfire once. I was in Colorado for the Hayman fire back in 2002. We weren't exactly close. I mean, we were in Colorado Springs, so I think we were probably a good 20, 30, 40 miles away from any of the fire's front lines, but I mean, we were still affected by the smoke and stuff like that. You know, that was about the only other time I was really ever, per se, close to a wildfire. But, I know these wildfires are dangerous. It's really a truly devastating thing. I mean, these wildfires get going, they take out forest lands, they take out structures, properties, lives in some cases, especially, you know, lately. You know, like some of the big wildfires in Colorado have killed people. Black Forest claimed 2 lives, and of course Waldo Canyon fire claimed 2 lives, and things like that. But it's just, honestly, the loss of these 19 brave firefighters, it really makes you stop and think how, like, it really makes you think, in my opinion, about how the wildfires also just disrupt so many more lives than the people it directly affects. I mean, you've got folks that come in from around the nation, just to help just to help fight and control the fire. I mean, you know, people from all across our nation have been known to come out and help fight these fires directly. And these firefighters, no matter what type of fire it is, structure fire, you know, structure fire, wildfire, what have you, even calls that aren't for fires that they respond to, there's always a chance that they might not get to continue on. There's always a chance that it will be, as a lot of people say, their last alarm. And it's just really sad to think about how these wildfires are so destructive as it is. And this one in Arizona claimed 19 lives. They claimed these great men that just came out to help try and put an end to this fire, or at least do their part to help put an end to it. My heart goes out to these people. My heart goes out to them, of course, and their friends and their families, who I'm sure are in all sorts of, in just a world of their own, I'm sure. And I'm blanking on his name, and I kind of feel bad for it right now. But the one firefighter that did survive, that was, I guess, acting as a lookout. I can't even imagine what he's going through, but I know survivor's guilt is not something you really want to wish on anybody. And my guess is no words can really explain what he's dealing with or what he's going through. But my thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family as well. But you know, it's just something that really, it just makes you stop and think again how short your life can be, because you never know, you know, you just really never know what's going to happen. I mean, Mother Nature herself can really throw some interesting curveballs. I mean, this year alone, we've seen tornadoes do damage. It's not hurricane season, but I know last hurricane season we saw lives lost. But we've seen tornadoes, fires, the last few years, good grief, especially out there in the West. The wildfires have just been getting horrendous lately. There's been some big ones in recent, years going further back, but it just seems like the last 2 or 3 summers have just been horrific, and we're only halfway through this summer, and it's crazy what these wildfires are doing. But, I guess if anything, I mean, I know this is just me kind of doing a blog about my thoughts and feelings, but I guess the takeaway is just, it reminds me how short life can be. You just really want to try your best to live it. I mean, because you never know when your time's up. And Lord knows the last thing I want on my mind is, did I live my life the way I wanted it to be? But, like I said, my thoughts and prayers go out to, of course, the Prescott 19, their friends and family, and of course the lone survivor and his friends and family, and just definitely firefighters across the U.S., especially this time of year. It's just amazing the things that folks like them put up with. It amazes me, like what our firefighters go through, what our police department go through. I mean, there's opinions about upholding the law and corruption and stuff, but really, in my opinion, a police officer is the same as a fireman or a military member of all branches. They put their lives on the line every day. Because you never know from one call to the next what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen at a traffic stop. You never know what's going to happen on your next fire alarm. You never know what's going to happen on your next tour of duty for the military. So, it just kind of reminds me to stop and be thankful for these brave men and women. It reminds me again how short life can be. But that's enough about me yammering. Happy 4th, by the way. It's probably July 4th. It'll definitely be July 4th by the time this sucker gets posted to Facebook. Or YouTube, I'm sorry. I am Chris for Chris Country. You can always find me at Facebook at my Chris Country page. Or you can feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe to my various videos here on my YouTube channel. I hope you all have a safe and happy 4th of July. And please, folks, let's not do anything crazy and light more stuff on fire, but I do hope that you all stay safe and have fun. And I will see you on my next video. See ya.